It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I love a German Helles lager, and I think I found a cracking one. This is by Hofbrauhaus Freising. I've had the beer in the fridge, get rid of the condensation on the outside of the bottle. There's the look of the label. This is their Helles lager beer called Urhell. Now, I really connected with Helles lager 2 years ago whilst I was in Hamburg in Germany. Never really I wouldn't use the word understood, but I never really, I suppose, paid much attention, if you like, to the Helles lager style until I was in Hamburg and until I reached this wonderful brewery. Not this one, but the wonderful Uberquell. You can see some of the stickers on the wall. It was a boiling hot day. They had outside fermenters and they had little doors. They had a little shed on the outside of the outside fermenter. So you opened this shed door, they handed you a glass, an empty glass, like this. And they said, go into that little shed and you'll see a tap. Get your glass underneath and pour yourself a glass of beer straight from the tap, straight from the source. I sat there on an outside bench with a slice of pizza and fresh as you like, straight from the source Helles lager, and it completely blew my mind. And I suppose I've never looked back. I've never looked back with this style of beer. Whenever I see it, if I see it on a website, I'll pick it up from a different brewery. If I see it in shops, I'll pick up a Helles lager. And all this is coming from the channel originating from a big real ale root. The roots of this channel is deep in real ales and then craft beers, and never would I have thought on the channel that I would have fallen in love with lagers, because for me, when I started the channel, lager was the enemy. Lager was the complete enemy. I was like, no, absolutely not, you know. But now look at me, 12, 13 years later, absolutely loving lager, but good quality lager, not your kind of dishwater lager. We got a 1 finger white head, good levels of carbonation rolling up the glass. It's a straw coloured beer, and it's crystal clear. There's no sediment and there's no haze going on whatsoever. The other thing I wanted to mention was the ABV, and it's 4.9%. 4.9% ABV. So let's get the aroma on this wonderful looking beer then. Yeah, it was like a switch in my mind, sitting in that beer garden in the brewery, drinking a Helles lager. It was like a switch, it was like, click, now you love Helles lager. Every time I put my nose to Helles lager now, every time it puts a massive smile on my face. So what am I getting? There's a little bit of stinging nettle, a lovely hop character, you get the malts, the lovely crisp malts in there, a slight kind of wafer-like aroma, a slight breadiness, and then stinging nettle and spiciness on the back end. I'm going to wait no more. Cheers, everybody. Stone the crows. Stone the Crows. Unbelievable lager. Unbelievable lager. So crisp. The first thing I want to talk about is just how crispy the beer is. Just how refreshing the beer is. Oh, it's so deliciously refreshing. It's so delicious with the flavours. You start off with that kind of slight breadiness, that slight wafer-like flavour from the malts. In the middle, you're just overawed by just how drinkable and refreshing the beer is. And then on the back end of the beer, it's just tremendous, This lovely hop, this stinging nettle, spicy pepperiness that comes through on the back end. Slight lemon flavours coming through in the beer. Wonderful. I want to tell you the difference between a Helles Lager and a Pilsner in a moment. But what I first want to say is thank you very much to our channel sponsors, beersofeurope.co.uk. beersofeurope.co.uk, the largest online beer retailer in the UK with a fantastic range of beers from all around the world. If you've been on holiday to Germany, if you travel places like France or Spain or America, worked away, and you wanna grab that beer that you found whilst you were away back in the UK, the best place to find it, if you can find it at all, would be beersofeurope.co.uk. They specialise in, well, beers from Europe, plus America, Latin America, the world. I've had beers from Argentina, Uruguay, all over Africa. Found different beers from Africa, literally Chinese beers from all over the world. If you're fascinated by trying beer from all over the world, check out beersofeurope.co.uk. So, what's the difference between Helles Lager and Pilsner? So, Pilsner was a big thing in the 1970s. It was a rather bitter lager that took the UK beer world by storm. If you think of your Hofmeisters back in the day, Tennant's made a Pilsner, which was Scottish. Oh, what was the one in the yellow can? Holsten Pilsner. Massive beer. Actually drunk Holsten Pilsner whilst I was in Hamburg. It was a Hamburg brewery, Holsten. But they were massive lager breweries in the 1970s, selling beer all over. Well, we certainly had lots of it in the UK. And it was quite a bitter lager. Crisp, drinkable, but very bitter. What the Helles Lager is doing is that it's scaling back ever so slightly on that bitterness. And when you scale back on that bitterness, you're bringing in more of the sweet elements of the beer. You're tasting more of that wafer-like quality in the beer. So there's more balance. I think there's more drinkability. I love Pilsner. I think it's a fantastic beer. But there's something about a Helles Lager that says, drink 6 pints of me, drink 7 pints of me. Drink even more if you can, that sort of thing. Some people can drink more than others, can't they? But I think it's a tremendous pint of beer. It's a Helles Lager. One of my favourite styles of beer now is Helles Lager. And I never would have thought I'd be saying that 13 years ago. "12 years ago. So we don't have any English on here. So this beer was never meant to be hitting the UK shores. This is what I love about beersofeurope.co.uk, is the fact that they just get their beers in from all over the place. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't have any English on the back of the bottle. Yeah, fantastic. Hofbrauhaus Freising. I've had a lot of beers from this brewery. They're a tremendous brewery. Fantastic quality beer. I'd love to go there. Apparently it's an amazing brewery to go and visit. They've been going since 1160. 1160. That's like nearly 1 million years. This beer for me is terrific. It's a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.